Hello, everybody. It's Thursday. Hey, Crappie. Keep winding. Is that a new person? Hey, Terry. Mean Bird, Brian. Hello, Brian. Ryan, Henry. April's here too. She's making an early visit. Hello, Lloyd. Okay, how's it sound today? Do I sound okay today, or do I have to restart again? Does everything sound okay? Sounds good. Okay, good. I didn't change anything. I went back to the to this mic, and hopefully this mic holds up today. So we'll see. I just think it's the internet. Hey, Kevin, Jeff, hello, Carlos. Who else is here? Calgro, the herder. Hey, Oz. So I checked the survey, and there's a tie between $5 and $2 for the super chat. When I checked earlier, they're both at 40%. So I think for tonight, we're going to make it the minimum's going to be $3. $3 to get a super chat ticket. Because I don't want to go the $2 and I don't want to do the $5 when it's a 50-50 split right now. So we'll do that. We'll go $3 minimum for super chat, and the first one for tonight is Oz. Thank you, Oz. The other thing, guys, I don't want you to think you have to do super chat. Everybody's welcome to be here. You don't have to, you don't have to donate and do a super chat. If you want to, it's appreciated, but it isn't mandatory. I don't want anybody to feel like, they can't afford it and they have to do it. You don't have to do it. It's all volunteer. All right. I'm going to be here. I did it for months and months and months. What I do, 7 months or 6 months without anything. So whatever you guys want to do, support me. And the only reason I'm doing super chat was several of you had asked me to, said I should do it. So that's what I'm doing. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Daniel, thank you. And then I got a phone call from Alaska yesterday that they already have 6 people signed up for the trip for June. So that's cool. So there's room for a few more people in the main lodge, and then the other lodge, which is 3 miles away, is going to be all there. So, what's the prize for tonight? That's a good question. So I just got home from my parents' house, so okay, time out. I'm going to go grab the prizes. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so one of the prizes is the DVD. So I haven't given away DVD before, so I'm gonna give away DVD. I got some jigs from the office. We got a Salis jig here, Tatty jig. I think I saw a crocodile in there. Yeah, there's a crocodile. Big crocodile. Good for bonita, yellowtail, all that kind of stuff. Sea strike jig. Some of you are too young to know what that is. And then here's a UFO. The sea strike and UFO, I don't think are in business anymore. I don't remember. All right, so there's the prizes. Andy, thank you very much. Oh, so Jeff was fishing out of Mexico today. Jeff, did you go far into Mexico? Did you go all the way down to Colonet or just over the border? Oh man, somebody had menudo tonight. That sounds awesome. Talk amongst yourselves. That was funny. And then who said something about the recipe I put on? I saw something here. Oh, Oz said, okay, Oz said that use the dry rub tip that I gave for Sculpin. Yeah, you can't mess up Sculpin. Sculpin is really good. All right, Andy. Jason. Jason, are you new here or you been here before? Somebody was asking for a VHS. Oh my god. I don't think I just threw away about 50 VHS tapes of my early shows. Like, what would you do with them? I have everything digitized so I can just play them back that way. Jason. So, one exciting thing is I locked up a trip yesterday on the Malahini out of San Diego. So we're gonna go out of Malahini, out of San Diego, and so hopefully some of you guys can join me. Those of you down in San Diego. So Daniel Hernandez says, "Hey Dan, went fishing at Mile Square Park, caught trout on power bait, the mice, pink head, white tail. I recommended. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad that worked for you. I use that a lot up in the high Sierras, and it works out really good. We might be fishing some up in the high Sierras this year. I was just talking to their tourism board earlier this week. Who was in Cabo? Andy caught my first ever blue stripe. So Andy, did you catch a striped marlin or did you catch a blue marlin? Because they're two different fish. But congratulations, catching your first marlin. That's awesome. Oh, it's a Jiffish Kidney Bank, 15 miles below line. That's like a short drive for you compared to how far you normally go, all the way down to Colonet and stuff. Oh, Fred has the same lure I just put up. That's cool. Okay, Don. Herder. Yeah, so we have the trip on the Ballahini. We're back on the Island Spirit. I just talked to the owner of the boat earlier today. So we're going to be on the Island Spirit out of Ventura, and we're also going to be on another boat that they have there. I forgot the name of the boat that they bought. I think it was the Old Matt Walsh. They bought it, and it's going to be their half day boat. So we're going to actually film a half day trip. I don't think we've ever filmed on a half day trip before. So it's going to be kind of interesting. So we're going to do a half day trip this summer out of Ventura. So that's cool. So Tango Whiskey. Dan, I talked to Jimmy Long Beach Fishing. Did he tell you why he won't stock them? Tango Whiskey? I hope he would carry them. So Terry and Oz, or Oz is suggesting Terry she joins them on my trip in May on the Gale Force. That'd be cool. A bunch of you guys can join. So John caught some nice fish today, Tuesday at Craig Regional Park. Oh, so Jeff says the Ballahini was one of his first trips. Now, the other thing I like of the Ballahini, in case you guys don't know it, it's the only boat I know of, and I may be wrong, but it's the only boat I know of in Southern California that the owner operator is African American black guy. Really nice guy, and I'm really excited to fish with them. So we'll be in the Malahini, and want to feature him, want to talk about him, want to fill his boat up, and give him some good publicity. So there aren't a lot of people of color in the sport fishing industry, and he's one of the few guys that has a boat. Steve Kelly, I believe, was Native American. He ran his boat for many years, and he retired a few years back. So we are going to be on the Malahini. That should be cool. Okay, so he just wants to carry his band. Well, that's too bad. He should sell stuff that people want to ask, that people come in asking for. Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Vicky. So I'm guessing Vicky is buying this for her son, or is this really Vicky on here? Just there aren't a lot of women in our group, so that's the only reason I'm asking. Okay. Let's see any other questions. Jeff, Terry, and Oz were on one of my Gale Force trips last year. That was the first time I met Oz on one of my filming trips. And Terry was on the boat too, I think, that day. But yeah, and that trip was nice. Almost half the people on the boat that trip, Jeff and all you guys, were all people from here, from YouTube Live. So that was the first time I saw the impact of this group when you guys supported me and all came out on that trip. So that was really cool. Okay, so Andy caught a striped marlin. That's cool. It's fun, especially that first one you ever catch. I've caught lots of them. That's good. Yeah, that's Jeff. That's good. You can get the people on the rockfish. Let's see. So Tyler and John are talking. I got Vicky's ticket. Yeah, Tony, you can tell that the Ballahini was a PT boat, and so was the Ranger 85. Ranger 85 is an old PT boat. They have the blueprints of the boat inside the boat. Kiwi Dan, what rod do you suggest for a new pen? Fathom 25, Fathom 225. Um, what pound test do you plan to fish on it? Is probably what I need to know. But there's lots of different rods out there. I mean, if you want an inexpensive, good quality rod, go to Turner's and just get their Californian series. It's basically a Phoenix rod, and it's a Phoenix blank. It isn't the same quality as a Black Diamond, but it works out really good. And then CalStar makes great rods. There's lots of good rods out there. Fred says, "Oh my gosh, I did a lot of fishing in the Mount Walsh." I don't know. I don't remember what they told me the new name is. It's going to be California something. I remember Tucker told me it's California something. It's going to run out of Ventura. It's going to be their half-day trip out of Ventura. So we'll be doing that. Yeah, so it's going to be their first ever half-day trip out of Ventura. Because all the trips they have right now is overnights and three-quarter day. So, guys, I just got a text from Ryan, owner of the Gale Force and the Triton, and he just informed me that a bunch of you have already called in and are booking summer dates to go fish with me, and that's cool. I didn't know that. I knew some people had bought tickets for the trip in May. I wasn't aware that people were buying tickets later in the year, and he just told me he sold a bunch of spots for later in the year. So there's already 5 spots sold for the trip on May 20th. So there's still 15 spots left on that one. But he was really surprised that people are signing up for July, August, and September already. So that's good. So he just said to say thank you to you guys for supporting me doing that. And here is the link right now for that trip for May. And then if any of you is interested in the $25 raffle ticket for the fundraiser for the Youth Foundation, here you go. And I'm surprised I'm starting to get quite a few inquiries about private charters for February. But I think most of them so far are people that live outside of Southern California that watch my TV show, like on Comcast Sportsnet or Cox Cable. And they're going to be in Southern California for a couple of days and they want to book a trip with me. Right. So, Fred, yeah, that the new boat, the old Matt Walsh, will be operating out of Ventura Sport Fishing. Okay, let's see what else I missed here. I got Vicky's, Edwin's ticket. Yeah, Steve Kelly's a great guy. I fished with him quite a bit when he ran his boat. We would go to the deep hole, and I think that was one of the first times I ever saw a 10-pound calico landed. Was on the deep hole there. I had, I think, 1 or 2 8-pounders that trip, but we had one fish that went 10 pounds. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, Jeff Norton was a captain on the freelance, but he was never the owner operator. And the same thing, that was a guy, Mike, can't remember his name. He ran the Gale Force for a while. Also African American, really nice guy, but he never owned a boat. So this one on the captain of the Malahini, is it Bill? I think it is. I know his legal name is William. I think he goes by Bill, Captain Bill. He is the owner operator of the boat. So just don't see that enough in our industry. I wish we did. Oz is eating sculpin. That's cool. So the other day we were talking about Tom Flores because that one guy said that was his uncle, which I found out later. He was joking. He wasn't related to him at all. But I saw on the news the big push to try to get Tom Flores into the football NFL Hall of Fame. And I didn't realize all the things that he did. I mean, I knew he had played football. I didn't know he was the first Latino quarterback in the NFL. Um, I didn't know he. I knew he was the first Latino coach to coach a team in the NFL, but he was also the first Latino coach to win the Super Bowl. And then, what was the other thing I heard? There was some other coaching position he held too, that he had both positions and won a Super Bowl. So that was pretty cool. So if any of you have any influence with the Hall of Fame for the NFL, please see what you can do to get him into the Hall of Fame. That would be awesome. We'll start a campaign. Even April's behind it. Here she comes, crawling in. She smells her hot dog, so she wants some. Okay, guys, I got 80 of you in here, only 29 likes. Let's try to get some more. So I'm glad you guys liked. I'm glad you guys liked that cooking recipe that I did on the rub. I wasn't sure if you guys were gonna like that style of video where you don't really see me, you just hear me, see my hands and stuff. But I'm glad you guys really liked it, so we're gonna be doing that. Let's see what else. Yeah, so our Alaska trip already has people signed up on it. 6 people signed up on it. I know a few people have signed up for the East Cape trip already. I don't know exactly how many. I didn't ask them how many, but they were happy that they already had people signed up and deposits. So I appreciate you guys supporting me so much. Here's a link to that East Cape trip. If any of you are looking for that. So Lloyd's talking about chili beans with fried potatoes, cornbread. Ooh. So you guys are going straight to food already tonight? All right. I had dinner at my parents' house, so I had really good food. Also, Kevin is saying that the Ranger 85 was the original Red Rooster. I didn't know that. Let's see what else. Vicky, I've been fishing on your boat a couple of times also. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Vicky. You were on my personal private charter, or were you on one of the filming trips? So Terry says she's off to get her fishing license tomorrow. That's cool. Oh, Terry's planning on going to Alaska. That's neat. Let me see what else. Okay, guys, I only got 40 likes and I got 80 of you here. That's only 50%. Brandon, the owner of the icon was Sean Morgan. And that's a good question. I don't know where it is today. What the name of the icon is now. We did a bunch of shows on that boat. I don't know if you guys ever seen them. You can see on my YouTube channel. And Sean's kids are quite older now. One of them actually is his deckhand on the yacht that he's doing now down in Mexico. So that's pretty cool. Tyler, when will the City of Long Beach episode air? It's going to air. I'm not sure if it's the second or third week of February. It's already at the TV stations. So it will be airing here next couple of weeks. And as soon as it airs, I'll put it on YouTube for you so you can watch it. Tyler, you were on that trip? That's cool. That was a good trip. Lots of sculpted stuff, some sand bass. Raspberry, do you have any dates set up for the Excalibur? Not yet. I need to call them and do that. I was trying to line up some of the shorter trips first, so I can get all those dates locked in. So I will jump on that. Yeah, as the boat Matt Walsh was running out of Marina Del Rey, but I don't think they were using it as a fishing boat. I think they were using it as a whale watch boat. I don't know exactly, but that's what I'd heard. But it has been sold to Tucker up at Ventura Sport Fishing, and Tucker's turning it into his half day boat up there. It's a great platform. I used to fish it a lot when Ray owned it. Ray Dre, Joan or Ray Dre. We used to own it, and we used to fish on it a lot. And so now that boat's moving up to Ventura. It's a great platform to fish. Yeah, Lloyd, we're going to be in Alaska at a good time for both kings and silvers, so it should be really good. Yeah, I need some more likes. What Kurt says, I appreciate it. Andreas needs a stimulus to go to Lone Pine. Let me see. Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe Kevin would know. Kevin, do you know where the icon is now? You have a way to look it up? There's some website up there. Vaughn, hey Dan, I'm going to Cabo soon. Was wondering what fish are biting over there that you know. Most of the time that I go out of Cabo, I don't really fish from Cabo. I normally go fishing in the East Cape. So we fly to Cabo and then we take the vans up about 100 miles north and we fish the East Cape. The rooms are like half the price, the boats are half the price. And because you have 100 miles of peninsula, you don't have all the waves and stuff of the Pacific Ocean. If you go to Cabo and they go on the Pacific side, it can get rough sometimes. So, Brandon, his name was Sean Morgan, SHAWN, not Shane Morgan. And he's still around. He runs yachts. He runs a yacht. Right now, I think the yacht's still down in Cabo. I don't know if he brought it back from Cabo, but I think they leave it there. Kiwi, how dangerous is fishing around the Long Beach harbor on an inflatable boat? I don't think it's that dangerous. If you don't want to go in fog, you don't want to go in any weather, but if you're going to fish along the breakwater, it should be fine. My best friend at the time, Larry, before he passed away, he had a customer of his who had a little rubber boat, and he would take it out every week in the ocean to go fishing. And it was small. I think it was maybe 12 feet or something like that. And he would take it out and he'd go fish for halibut and calico bass and everything on the breakwater. And he showed us pictures of threshers and other sharks that he caught on it, which always kind of surprised us because if the shark, bit the boat, it's going to sink. But he would catch threshers and stuff on it. So I think it'd be fine, especially if you're going to fish in the bay, in the harbor, it would be good. James, do I like wearing a mask? Um, I think wearing the mask is more a respect thing that you're, respecting the other people around you. So I wear a mask, especially around my parents. Like today, I had dinner with my parents. So I don't want to give them the virus. I know one family that their daughter went to Vegas, came back with the virus, and both the mother and the grandmother passed away from the virus. So I try to be very, very careful about that. Yeah, the guy that I was talking about, his name was Ben. He had a Zodiac. That's what he used to do. He used to fish a rubber boat. Oh, so Vicky was with me on a private charter. Cool. Well, we got to do that again, Vicky. Let's do another private charter. Okay, who did I miss for? I got Edwin. Let me scroll down here some more. John and Kiwi. Oh, so John gets a ticket because the minimum today is $3. But thank you, Kiwi, for your $2.99. Appreciate it. There you go. Jeff is comparing my dry rub video to Mr. Bill. All right. Well, hopefully it worked. So Jeff says that Tom played and coached on two different teams. Okay. But he didn't win a Super Bowl as a player, did he? Or he only won the Super Bowl as a coach? Or did he win a Super Bowl for both? I don't know. I just heard it on the news today. So Kevin's trying to find out the answer on what happened to the icon. I might have to call Sean up and ask him. So Fish Killer, when was this trip that you're talking about? 52-pound yellowtail. Okay, I'll make you some more. I did a test recipe yesterday of calamari. I did squid rings, and I was surprised how good they came out. So they came out really good. I liked them. So I am going to over the weekend film a video for it. So I'll get that to you guys soon. What else? The herder says, got my passport in less than a month. That's good. Um, yeah, the herder, if you're fishing on a tuna trip, you will not need a passport. If you go to the Coronado Islands, you will need a passport. So just to let you know. Andreas, just a tip, Orange County fish planning schedule is more accurate than Fish and Game one. Okay. Kyle, the Fred Hall shows are canceled. So no Fred Hall shows. What Jeff told you there is correct. There will be no Fred Hall shows. And guys, I just ordered from my local tackle shop. I ordered a electric reel, so I might get two of them. I ordered one for sure, and I want to be prepared to fish 600 feet. So now that I know for sure that it's legal, after talking to Fish and Wildlife, um, I will do that. So Kevin says the icon was built in 1947. So that's cool. Yeah, we're less than a month away from the Rockfish opener, guys. A lot of the boats are already selling their spots for the opener for March 1st. So if you're thinking about going, I would get in there and do that. All right. Yeah, Brandon, all those guys you're talking about are great skippers. I really used to love fishing with Sean when he had the icon. And I was really sad when he sold it. Brian, yes, we have the dates for Emeryville. Every year they're the last weekend of September, and the two trips are confirmed. Maybe next week we'll put those online so people can start buying them. But on the last Saturday in September, we will be on the New Huck Finn, and on the last Sunday in September, we will be on the Seawolf on John, Jay's brother. And then probably the first week of December, I'll be on the Seawolf for that crab and rockfish combo trip. Oz, Dan, when will the Gale Force trip I met you on and Trying Trips air? They're being edited right now. One of them might already be done. If you send me a message tomorrow, like around 11 or noon or so, I can check. I'm not sure if it was a Triton one or the Gale Force one that's already done and sent to TV stations, but send me a message here. You have my email, I think, too, or you can send me a message here on YouTube, and I will, or send me a message to Instagram. Might be better. I'm TV Dan on Instagram. So, and that reminds me, guys, if you aren't a subscriber here, or if you aren't a subscriber on my Instagram or Twitter, please subscribe, guys. Hey, Logan's here from Scotland. How you doing? Yeah, Fred, that's when I used to fish the Matt Walsh when it was out of Portugal. And I was just down there the other day. We were filming um, some videos for the Gale Force and Trident, and they're doing a lot of construction down there at Ports of Call. So they're getting ready to make a lot of changes down there. So Aaron says, "What do you like to?" What happens, Aaron, when you guys all like the video, and if I get a high percentage of likes on my videos, YouTube will push me up and they'll expose me to more and more people, so I can get more people to follow me. So that's what's important. So it looks like Nate and Jeff were talking about cooking up rockfish. That's cool. Yeah, I wish Mike Blue would come back, but he's still in Arizona. I'd like to see Mike Blue come back, and I'd like to see Terry Randall come back. Terry Randall's in Hawaii doing commercial fishing. Ivan Chan, thank you. Ryan, thank you. That's already going to be 8 o'clock. So we got Ryan's. I need fish killer. I think you guys are going to like the squid dish. It really came out good. I was surprised how good it tasted. I mean, I like calamari, but it was my first time making it, so I was surprised. Thank you, Marshall. April. Come on, April. You got a lot of hot dog left. What else? Questions? Any? Oh, Sea Landing is already sold out. That's cool. Yeah, Tim. Electric reels are legal for rockfish. I was. I asked fishing game wardens in the rain the other day, and that's what they told me. So I'm going with it. Okay, so I didn't know what's up. So Jeff is educating me about Tom Flores. That's pretty cool. See, so some of you guys were asking me about the offer up stuff. So I'm gonna I probably won't be able to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm taping on a TV show. A friend of mine has a gardening show. And I don't know if he's thinking about retiring or what the deal is, but he asked me to be on his gardening show. I don't know what we're going to talk about gardening because I don't know much about gardening, or if it's just that he wants people he went to high school with on his show. So we're going to tape tomorrow at his studio in Whittier, and we're going to do that. So I will be busy tomorrow filming for a gardening show. I'll be in my office probably till about 12 or 1, and then I'm going to take off and do that. So another Jeff Sadden. Where do you get squid to eat? I have cooked up before the live squid I've gotten from the Bay Receiver, but the live squid locally is really thin. So I wanted a heavier squid for this cooking segment. So I just went to my local Asian market, and they had the squid already cleaned and already cut in rings. So I tested it out yesterday, and it works out really good. Yeah, Derek, that's why I'm going to try it on my boat, see how it works out. Any updates on Long Beach Harbor? I don't know anybody that's been out recently. I was out 2 weeks ago. That's the last time I was there. Gonzo, Dan, are you taking your boat out March 1st or jumping? I'm going to probably take my boat out. I'm hoping to have a charter for March 1st. So if you guys want to charter me, or if you want me to open it up as a open party trip and take 4 of you out, we can do that. I'm interested to try that 1,000-foot area. Jeff's going to make us up a map. So he's going to make us up a map to help us determine where it's legal to fish the 1,000 feet, because you can't fish everywhere in 1,000 feet. Like the 14-mile bank, you can't fish that. Avalon Bank, you can't fish that. There's only certain areas. There's a line that they have, so that's where you have to stay within. So, hey Logan, maybe sometime I can go fish with you in Scotland. I've been to England a bunch of times, like 4 times. I've never been to Scotland. I'd like to go up there and try it. Is there anything you can fish for between Ventura and Point Conception? The only problem is the only thing you can fish for right now would be like calico bass and halibut. All the rockfish you're going to catch up there are not legal to keep. So no, you can't catch any rockfish right now till March 1st. You should tell your friend to wait till March and then move the boat. Then you can fish all the way up. Great rock fishing spots in that area. So there is my offer up. So you guys told me to put stuff up on offer up, and I did, but nobody's bought anything on it. The only person that's bought anything offer up from this group here has been Marshall. Marshall bought a reel, so thank you, Marshall. Okay, who's the last ticket I did? So Gonzo, he just won last week or Tuesday. So thank you. And then you get Carlos a ticket. Andy, I'm not cooking for Super Bowl Sunday. My mom is cooking. I'm going to her house. So, yeah, Steve. For tonight, we're doing the minimum is $3. $3. Last time I checked, the vote was basically a tie between $2 and $5. So right now it's at $3. So right now I just checked, and it's 41 to 40% for $2. So I'm just gonna go in the middle. Okay, Carlos, Ivan. And again, I don't want you guys to think you have to do a super chat. There's no mandatory thing. You guys are welcome to be here for free. You don't have to do any of this. I really appreciate you guys doing it. So, you guys don't use your fish for fertilizer. If you want to use the bones and the carcass for fertilizer, that's fine, but don't waste a resource by just using it for that. Hey, Jeff, do you have a bunch of tuna? I might need a piece of fresh tuna for a cooking segment. All my tuna I have is too old. My parents went through my freezer and took all my fresh tuna. I think I have like one piece left from this year. And the other stuff they left me was from like 2 years ago. Yeah, Terry, Lloyd is correct. You do not need a passport to go to Alaska. You need one to go to Mexico, but you don't need one to go to Alaska. Oh, okay, so they're talking about carp for fertilizer. Yeah, use carp for fertilizer. It's fine. Especially like in Big Bear, they allow you to use bow and arrow in Big Bear. They just want you to kill all the carp that you can. Okay, Stephen, Dan, you asked how I liked the dry rub episode a few days ago. Thank you. That's good. I'm glad you liked it. I'm going to be doing more of that. Okay, cool. So Oz says that Chef Gilbert from Hulbox, I forget how you pronounce it, but said to say thank you that viewers stopped by his restaurant and after watching the episodes. That's where I went to college. I went to college right there at LA Trade Tech. So that's cool. Yeah, his restaurant's right next to DMV there in that part of LA. It's a nice little place. So if you guys are ever in the area in downtown LA by USC, by LA Trade Tech, go check out that restaurant, Whole Box. It's in a little complex, but the food is super good. He's a great chef, good food. So you guys should do that. I really appreciate that. Okay. Oh, Terry, so you're on the May trip? Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. The Victory is a very nice boat. I really like the Victory when Mike was there, Mike Blue. He's now in Arizona, but George is a great captain, boat owner, and he has a new captain in there too, running for him, so it's good. Steven, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Steven. You're in the raffle. Lisa says, thanks for answering me. Here is a 4 ticket worth my family is watching. Living room all 4 of us. Hello, Steven's family. Thanks for watching. Yeah, if you guys don't know where to go fish the 1,000, where that line is for where you can fish 600 feet, 100 fathoms, don't just go. You're going to, you don't want to get in trouble. And then I think I told you guys too last week, when you guys are, okay, so let me give you a scenario. And I had this discussion with Steve, one of my friends who was helping me today at the warehouse. If you guys go rock fishing and you have rockfish on the boat. So let's say you start off the day and you go catch some sand dabs and you have 10 hooks out. Because sand dabs, you can use more than 2 hooks. You get your sand dabs done. You say, all right, let's go outside, go catch some rockfish. You go catch some rockfish. Maybe you get your limit of rockfish. And then you say, oh, well, let's go back and catch sand dabs. If you do that, you will get a ticket. Because once you have one rockfish in your boat, you can't fish with more than one rod per person and no more than 2 hooks. So if you're on your own boat and you're drifting for halibut and you put 4 rods out, that's fine. That's legal. But if you catch a rockfish while you're drifting and you put that rockfish in your boat and keep it, it's in your possession, now you can only have 1 rod with 2 hooks maximum. And the same thing with the sabiki rig. Sabiki rig might have 6 or 8 hooks. If you have a rockfish in your boat, you can't just go use a sabiki rig to catch mackerel. It's illegal. Just a reminder. What does Jeff say about freezers? Oh, Jeff doesn't freeze fish. Okay. Yeah, because you always have tuna by you. Okay, next time you catch a tuna, please save me a piece. Or I'll go down to wherever you're at and grab it from you. Like to see. Can I spell Halbex? I'll do better for you. I'll get. See who it was. Oz that mentioned it. Let me find Oz post. I think I have a video right here on my YouTube channel for it. Hey, Fatty Fishing. I like your videos. I watched 2 of them the other day. Haven't seen the new one that you posted. I need to check it out. And you got to try out my bucktails. Okay, guys, I have 100 of you on here and only 80 likes. Can we please get to 100 likes? Okay, where's Oz post? Oz. I saw it here earlier. He had it spelled out. Okay, here's the name of the place. This is the name of the restaurant. And let me see if I can get you guys a link to where it's located. Let me do this. Let me see. Okay, here's a link to their website. Their food is really good. The pictures of their food is really good. I guess it's on Grand Avenue. And it has a letter and a number in it because they're inside a building. So you need to go inside the building. So here is a link to their website. And if you want to support a small business, a good business, and great food, I know you guys won't be disappointed in the food. There's a link to their restaurant. Okay. Yeah, so there's a link there. So Steven family is planning on hitting the horseshoe on Saturday. Dad is pulling up phones. Yeah, no, the weather looks really good. The weather will be actually better on Sunday, but everyone's going to be watching the Super Bowl. So Saturday, the weather looks nice. I think it was like 5 to 10 knot winds max in the afternoon. So it's going to be nice and flat in the morning. And there's only like a 1 to 2 foot swell. I'm thinking about taking my boat out. I was trying to get a couple of friends to go with me, but I'm looking at going out on Saturday. I want to run my boat. Victor, any word on Rosarito? No. Everything in Mexico is still locked up pretty much. Yeah, Fred, check out Fatty Fishing. She does a really good job. And what really impressed me about her video, and I just found out today, that she edited the video, the whole thing on her phone, which I don't have those skills. And she did it on her phone. So that's really impressive. She fishes mainly from a kayak from the two videos I saw, but I think she does other fishing too. But she does really good. The one video I saw she posted, she was fishing on New Year's Eve, and I think her daughter and her son were with her. I saw her daughter with a sculpin, and her little girl didn't want to get close to sculpin. I don't know if she's been stuck before by it or not, but it was a cute video. It was really nice, and it was neat to see the whole family together out there fishing. So. All right, I'll get you some bucktails. You have to use them in your videos. That'd be nice. Thank you. Yeah, I'm surprised, because when Jeff catches a tuna on his boat, they get a lot of fish over 100 pounds. And I think his record this year was almost 300. So that's a lot of fish. So I know they have them all processed, and the fish are basically his clients, his customers. He doesn't take people out for pay, but he does take his clients out for his business. So that's what he does there. So it's pretty good. Yeah, so she's talking about Fatty Fishing is talking about her kayak fishing trip was on New Year's Eve. Yeah, with the family. If you guys see the video, it's really good. It's really nice. Tony, is there galley service available on your charter trips on the Gale Force? Yes. Okay, so Tony, basically every charter I have has galley service. The only one in Southern California that won't have galley service, and it all depends on what the COVID rules are. I just booked our trip on the Sea Star out of Oceanside for the first Sunday in June. So if the COVID rules stay like they are today, we can only have 8 people on the boat. And because there'll only be 8 passengers plus me and the cameraman, total of 10, Joe won't have a cook on board. So you'll bring anything you want to eat and drink on that trip. All the other boats, the Gale Force, any of the boats up in Santa Barbara, the Island Spirit, whatever boats we go tuna fishing on, all those boats will have hot food available, and you don't have to bring any food. You can buy it all on the boat. The other place that you must bring all your own food is out of Emeryville. There's only one boat I know of in Northern Cal, the California Dawn, is the only boat I know of that has a hot galley on board. And that's only because that boat used to operate for years down here in Southern California out of Port Sacal. And that was one of the few boats I used to go back fishing on back in the day, where you would be able to get down to landing early, order a steak dinner. The cook would be on the boat. The boat would be open. You could get your bunk reserved, have dinner at like 9 o'clock, and then the boat wouldn't leave until midnight. So they used to do that all the time on that boat. So that boat is now out of Berkeley, I think. It's up in Northern Cal. And that's the only boat I know that has food available. I'm sure it's new owners now and all that, but that's how it was down here in Southern California. So when we go fish on the New Huck Finn, And when you go fish on the Sea Wolf out of Emeryville, you have to bring all your own food. And we always tell people to bring the small soft bags, and then that works out really good. And that way, we don't want huge ice chests all over the place. It just makes it hard. We always tell people leave your big ice chest in your truck or your car for your fish, and just bring a little soft bag for the food. So that works out good. All right. Okay, so Fatty Fishing bought a ticket. Thank you very much. So, so Fatty, this is your first time on my YouTube live. Let me know what you think of it. You can send me a message afterwards or post here. There aren't a lot of women here, so it's nice to have you here. April. So, in case you didn't know, April is my dog. So, today I was at my parents' house, and my mom, she always gives me some food for April afterwards. So, she says, give this to my granddaughter. So, if you guys ever around my parents, my mom talks about my child, she's talking about my dog. Okay. Tim, yeah, Emeryville, you can bring your own booze. They don't care. I mean, it's fine. You can bring beer. They don't even mind if you have hard liquor on there. They just don't want you drunk. But, if you want to bring your own beer, that's fine. So it's not bad. So, yeah, so I'm going to be practicing doing I will be cooking up squid for you guys this weekend for a video that you can watch next week. That'd be pretty good. Okay, Vaughn saying, which charter boats would you recommend out of the East Cape, or do the charters, which boats? There. Vaughn, you should join me for my trip to the East Cape. I will be there in, when will I be there? I'll be there last week of July, July 29th through August 2nd. And we're staying at a beautiful resort, Palmas de Cortez, gorgeous resort. I have several videos of it here on my YouTube channel. And here's a link to the information on my website. The boats are really nice. The more you pay, the bigger the boats are. It's that type of thing, but you don't need a huge website. Carlos, now we don't have any of the trips listed on the website yet. I will probably be starting to put them up next week. I wanted to try to lock up all my local trips first, and then and I already got my travel trips booked. So I will work on getting the San Diego trips next. I still need to finish up with I still have to book my trips for Santa Barbara and Long Beach and stuff. So once I get that done, normally I don't post anything up until first week of March, but I'm going to see if I can get them up sooner for you guys. And then here is links to my Alaska trip. So Patty says, Fatty Fishing, never done YouTube Live. Love the information. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. And don't be afraid to ask any fishing questions. I know you're a big kayak person, big kayak fishing person, but if you have any other questions, Tyler's in here, a young guy that fishes a lot on piers and jetties. If you have any questions for that type of fishing, don't be afraid to ask them. And you see how everybody's talking to one another. Don't be afraid to just ask questions, and everybody will help you. If you're ever going to go fish for big tuna, 100, 300-pound tuna, Jeff here is our local expert. He'd be glad to help you with answers for that. But we also do um, this trip. If you want to join us, I think Oz and Terry and some of the other people are going to be going in May. I have a trip every month. I'm going to be hosting a trip on the Gale Force that it won't be filmed for TV, but it's going to be filmed for my YouTube channel, like your YouTube channel. And you can meet a bunch of the people here, as we call our YouTube Live family, and you can meet them there. So a bunch of people will be coming on that trip, and there's a link there to that. And you go to their website to sign up for that trip, and it's on the Gale Force. So you're welcome to join us there. Yeah, Tony, I did a video from last year when I was on out of the East Cape, and I'll have to look up the name of the boat. The boat owner has 2 or 3 boats there. His boats they cost a little bit more, but they are twin screw. They are very fast and they're very comfortable and great equipment. Really nice equipment. If you go out of any of those resorts down there and you get on their cheaper boats, um, they're going to be slower. They might smoke a little bit. They might be a little smoky, and the gear is not going to be as good. But if you get on their more higher end boats, I think they are black fins. Um, the food is really good. The food. I'm sorry. The equipment is really good. Let me see if I can find that for you. A link to that video. Let me see here. East Cape. And I just filmed it using my GoPros. Yeah, here it is right here. COVID East Cape. And what boat was that? I was on the Don Julio. The Don Julio was the name of the boat I was on. And I filmed this just on my GoPros and stuff. I didn't film it with the whole TV crew because I only had like 6 or 8 people. So here's a link to that. And the Don Julio was the boat. Gorgeous boat. So it's good. Okay. I would think, Vaughn, there's still going to be marlin. Marlin are there about year round. It's February though. I don't know. Yeah, I would think there'd still be some striped marlin. I don't know if there's any tuna around. I would check the fish reports for the East Cape, check Palmas and Hotel Buena Vista, and give you an idea. The other thing you can do is if you're going to go to Cabo, call Minerva's, and Minerva has a tackle store in Cabo, and call Minerva's, and she can give you a good update. She used to be president of the boat association there. She has a really nice tackle store. She's from Southern California, but lives in Mexico, and her store's in Mexico. She does a really good job. Filmed with her many years ago. Joe, Dan, what's a good spot to fish in Catalina? I just heard you talk about restrictions. Anywhere close to the island is pretty good for calico bass and stuff like that. Remember, you can't fish for rockfish. You can go on the sandy beaches, like on the back around the V's, and go drift for halibut. That's open, but you can't fish for any rockfish. You can go look for yellowtail on some of the edges, some of the rocks, but that's about it. Just can't do any of the yellowtail. Hey, Matthew. I was going to call your dad today, Matthew, because I need to book my trips with him to go fish out of Santa Barbara. But I guess I can ask you, what months do you recommend for doing the trip over to the island looking for white sea bass and yellowtail? Is it July, August, I don't know. And I like that last trip that you were on with us when we went up the coast. That was fun. That was fun. We caught lots of good rockfish. That was a fun trip. But yeah, I got to call your dad tomorrow, hopefully, or next week. Yeah, Kyle, when you tip in Mexico, you can use dollar bills, US dollar bills. And what's funny, the Mexicans in Mexico don't consider Baja really Mexico. They call it Southern California. But yeah, you can tip in dollars, and they appreciate it. Any tips they get. They appreciate it. So yeah, and the crew guys, they don't get paid very much. I think they're lucky if they get $30 for the day. So that's what I would say. Okay, Matthew, that's good to know. May or June. So we should do our overnight trip then, and then we'll do the rockfish trip later in the year. And then, hey, Matthew, some of the guys were saying that you guys are already sold out for opening day. Is that true? Because people were asking about going fishing up there. Jeff, Nate, we'll talk to Dan about showing how to wash. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I should probably do a video on that. And I'd like to hear how you do it too, Jeff. I'm not sure I do it correctly. Okay, so Nature Boy is asking something about calicos. I missed your question. Nature Boy, what was your question? Maybe you can post it again. I'll try to answer it for you before we go. Yeah, Steven, I'm staying on top of it because two reasons. One, we don't have all those little 99-cent raffle tickets, so I don't have to put my head down and write it all the time. But and what was the other reason? I forgot. Yeah, but that's mainly there's a lot less raffle tickets because the price has gone up to get in the drawing. And Robert's in it. Okay, Robert, thank you. Robert Figueroa. Hey guys, if you go visit restaurants that we highlight in my TV show, please let them know that you heard about them here. April. April. Come here, April. You got food here still. April. Here she comes. I hear her jump off the sofa. Here's April. If you guys haven't met April, there's the star of the show. And the only way I can get her to show up here is to give her hot dogs. Okay, last call for tickets, guys. Last call, Jason. Oh, Jason was steelhead fishing. That's cool. You must be up north. So, what's the farthest person we have on today? I think our friend from Scotland. And we don't have anybody from the Middle East today. I think Scotland is the only East Coast guy we have. Oh, that's a good question for Matthew. Okay, so Matthew's saying that they're probably going to fish 400 feet to 25 feet, probably not the 400 to 600 feet to start out. Lloyd's got a ticket. Thank you, Lloyd. And then I don't know if you guys heard, but Canada just banned all cruise ships for the whole year. No cruise ships into Canada until 2022. So no cruise ships in Canada till 2022. Fred. Yeah, that would be good. If I had somebody to do the tickets for me, Fred, that would be awesome. So I could just stay on top of all the questions. That would be awesome. But I live alone. If April could do it, that would be awesome. But April doesn't do that. Okay, so I got Ivan got another ticket. Thank you, Ivan. Patty Fishing bought a second ticket. Oh wow, thank you. Okay, Cotton is Colton is from the East Coast. Your Belinda isn't farther than Scotland. Let's see what other questions are here really quick. So, okay, Nature Boys, what's your favorite calico lure? It depends. If the calicos are on the surface, I like a Magic Metal Light. They got the rattles in them, and they swim really good on the surface. Catch a lot of calicos, catch some yellowtail, barracuda on these. If the fish are down deeper, I like a bucktail. I catch more bass, more fish on B52 bucktails than probably anything else. I catch sculpin, rockfish. For rock fishing, I'll be fishing this all day long. For lingcod, I'll be using this big one with the AA single tail grub in the back. And for catching two at a time, I'll be using this. And I guarantee you, when I drop down to 600 feet, I will not be fishing a straight hook. So here's my plain hook, right? If you use a plain hook and the bait comes off, you're going to catch nothing. If the bait comes off the bucktail, this pulsating action of the bucktail, and it's real bucktail, it will catch fish. When I go out of Emeryville, lots of times I don't put any bait on it. I just fish a straight bucktail and a double dropper loop rig, and that's what I use. So fish a hook with nothing on it. I mean, fish a hook with bait on it, but those little fish pull the bait off it, and you just have a hook dangling there. If they pull the bait off this, you're still going to catch fish. So the larger ones I use for lingcod, rockfish. The 4 and the 6 ounces, the 4 and the 2 ounce, I use more for the white sea bass and yellowtail. And this is what it looks like in the packaging. If you're in a Walmart, something like that, you see them. This is what they look like in the stores. The longfin has them. The Valley Sal has them. See, Island Tackle has them. Yeah, the longfin. Save-On used to have them. I don't think they have them anymore. So there you go. Oh, and you can also find them on my website. I guess I should post a link there. You can go to my website and just go to the shopping tab, and it will take you to my little online store. And we have starter kits there for bucktails. We have the heavy duty bucktails, and we have all the regular normal bucktails too. So for calico bass fishing, most of the time I fish just the regular bucktail. But if I get into the bigger bass, or if there's a chance of white sea bass or big halibut, then I go ahead and go with this. I use this. And then I go up to the HD, but there's other ones there. Okay. Nate's on here. Let me get Nate a ticket. (19118) and fatty fishing. It's her second ticket. All right, I think everybody's on here now. So Jeff, they're tearing up cruise ships for scrap metal because they're not being able to run. Wow. So Stephen, I wouldn't really spend much time trolling this time of year. The water's really cold. The fish aren't that active. I would anchor up close to the kelp beds, throw a bucktail, 1 ounce bucktail, something like this, with whole squid or strips of squid, and let it just fall along the edge of the kelp. That's where you're going to catch most of your fish. If you want to just drift a bucktail, go up to like a 4 ounce, put a whole squid on it, and go around the backside around the V's. Drift that big sandy area. You might get a halibut, white sea bass, maybe a yellowtail, and fish it along the bottom. And that's what I would do if you're going to do that. But this isn't the time of year to really do a lot of trolling. Okay. All right. Well, let's do the raffle. Already been here an hour and 40 minutes, so we'll do that. Tim, can you give your opinions on what happened on the Shogun and its crew? There's no excuse for that. The whole crew was on drugs. I don't know if the I don't think the captain was, but the captain should have known. And the only reason those crew members are still alive is because one of the kid passengers that was on the boat lost his forgot his charger for his phone on the boat. So when he went back in the boat and saw two of the crew members unconscious in the galley, that's when he went and got help. And it wasn't until help came they found the other two crew members passed out on the boat, overdosed too. So yeah, I don't have any sympathy for anybody, um, using drugs, taking people out for on a charter. I mean, people like me, Jeff, lots of us have our captain's license. We take that very serious. I mean, it's not any different really than um, airline pilot. We're in a drug program. We get random checks throughout the year. We have to make sure our crew isn't using drugs. So it's very, very important. You can't play around with that. You can't play around with people's lives. So, did that answer your question? I think it was wrong. I think it was really bad. So, if any of you have a connection with the Hall of Fame for NFL, please reach out to them and tell them to vote for Tom Flores. I love to see him get in the Hall of Fame. You know, first Latino quarterback in the NFL, first Latino head football coach, and the first person of color to coach an NFL game and win the Super Bowl. To win the Super Bowl. So let's get behind them and support them. And if any of you have friends that have companies that might want to advertise on my show, please, please, please have them call me. It's always a challenge trying to find sponsors. So this year it's worse for COVID. I already lost Lucas Oil, so now I'm trying to fill that gap up. Arctic Ice is back. Looks like I have a couple other new ones coming. So if any of you have connections with any companies that might want to sponsor my show, please give my email address and I could use the help. So I really appreciate it. And my youth foundation can always use help too. So we'll do that too. Yeah, my youth foundation can use all the help any of you can give it. So that'd be great. We haven't had a fundraiser in over a year. So that bank account is drying up quickly. So I still have to pay the insurance. I still have to pay other bills for the youth foundation. So do that. Steve Oda, the store I go to in Asian market? I think it's called Fresh Catch. It's on South Street. On South Street, just past the Target store. You go past the Cerritos Mall, heading east on South Street from the 605, and it's right there on the right hand side, past there. That's there. Okay. All right, guys. Let's do the drawing. Yeah, J90. You know, nobody's allowed to have any alcohol when they're driving a boat. So. Okay, so the herder says, please say hi to Eric. He's a big fan. Hello, Eric. And to our brand new fans today, is it Fat Fishing? Is that her name? I feel stupid calling her Fat Fishing, but that's her name. Fatty Fishing. Fatty Fishing. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Maybe you can tell your friends and we can get more people. Guys, I'm less than 800 subscribers away from I'm less than 800 subscribers away from getting to 20,000. So if you can please get your friends to subscribe, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Yeah, Jeff, I don't know if Nacho has live Squid right now. I got an email message from one of my viewers over the weekend that I'm not sure if it was Monday or Sunday. They went to Nachos and there was no bait, no sardines, no nothing. So I don't know if he got there. All right, cool. Over 100 likes. We had over 100 people on earlier, but I've been on too long today. I've been on hour and 40 some minutes. So, all right, here we go. And the winner is okay. Hey, Matthew's giving you guys some good tips there. Private voter stuff. Matthew's in high school. He's giving you guys tips. That's because he's on the water all the time on his family's boats. Okay, here we go. Today's winner is, who is that? Edwin. Edwin, you're the winner. Congratulations. Winner. Okay, Edwin, I don't know if you know the routine, but email me your shipping info and we'll get this off to you. Those prizes right there, DVD, all those jigs are yours. Now, let me put my email address there. And if you ever lose my email address, all you guys need to know is put info at any of my websites and the email address will come directly to me. I mean, your emails will come directly to me. Okay. So here's my email address for Edwin, and all of you are welcome to have it there. And there is my private charter link. So, all right, guys, thank you all for joining me. All the new people, thank you. Our friend from Scotland, thank you. East Coast viewers, thank you. Fatty Fishing, thank you. And all the regulars, Jeff, Terry, Lloyd, Mike, Oz, Brian. A lot of you guys are regulars now. I think it's been about a year now we've been doing this. So thanks, guys. Stay safe. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Don't go to big crowds. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and I will see you guys here on Tuesday. Good night, everybody. Thanks.